What up, family? Welcome back to Yeah, I Said It, the podcast for all things sports, and the podcast for the fans and by us, the fans. Today, we talking NFL players retiring. The college football playoffs is here, so we're gonna give y'all our picks. And y'all know it's week 17 NFL. We give you all the picks. Next on Yeah, I Said It Sports. Subscribe, y'all. Please subscribe.
Thank you.
What up, family? Welcome back to Yeah, I Said It, the podcast for all things sports. I'm your co-host, Chris, along with my other co-hosts, Darius, Blair, and Sean. What up, fellas?
What's up? What's up?
What up?
Y'all know how it is. It's winding down to the end of 2022. So happy holidays to everybody. Hope everybody had a very good Christmas. New Year's is upon us. So we do have some things happening. We had a player announce a retirement today. It was the aforementioned J.J. Watt decided that he was going to let it go and hang up the sneakers, man. He hanging up the cleats. So he is a two-time I'm so sorry, JJ. He is a three-time Defensive Player of the Year, Walter Payton Man of the Year Award in 2017, five-time All-Pro, two-time second-team All-Pro, five-time Pro Bowler. He led the league in sacks two times. I don't think it's going to be a debate. He is a Hall of Famer. He's going to be, I think, a first ballot Hall of Famer, even with all the injuries. Anybody disagree? Because
No.
I don't think that's not even debatable. I don't think we're gonna even debate that. We just wanted to give him his love. Even though we said my man said he was washed up 2 years ago.
All I'm saying is
favorite player.
He was washed. I still stand by that, but it does not take away from the amazing career that this dude had. You talking about dominating as a pass rusher, bruh. Then you talking about all the other stuff that he did. This nigga done caught touchdowns on offense, all sorts of craziness, bruh. Freak athlete, man. Shout out to J.J. Watt. Good career to watch, man. Good career to watch.
Yeah, great career, man. He has some unstoppable years. So congratulations to you on a great career, Justin James Watt. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Moving on. Everybody is aware it is time for the college football playoffs. We must talk about them and give the people what they want, man. They want our picks, man. They want our opinions. Y'all see the backgrounds. My man got his gold blue over there. Y'all see Old State back there kicking it alive and well. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all not aware, this is going to be on New Year's Eve. The festivities is going to start at 4:00 on ESPN. I agree with Blair because we was having a conversation off air. I do feel like this should be on ABC. I think they're doing the games a disservice by having it on ESPN, but hey, they paid for it, so it is what it is. So we're gonna start with the first game. We have number 3 TCU playing number 2 Michigan at 4:00. So, Sean, Blair, Darius, how do we see this game going? I'll go ahead and kick it off and start by saying this. I do think that this is going to be a very, very good game. Watching the tape, TCU does present some problems for Michigan on the back end. If their offensive line gives him time to throw, Max Duggan, he can get the ball there. TCU got a couple good receivers now. It could be a problem. It could be a problem. They are very fast, but I just think that it's going to be a close game. It's going to be closer to what a lot of people think it is going to be. I think Michigan pulls away a little bit towards the end, like late third, early fourth. And I think they end up winning by 10. So I got the score 27-37 Michigan. What you think, Darius?
I do like Max Duggan, second place in Heisman or third place in Heisman voting. But contrary to you, I don't think this game is going to be as close. I think Michigan is the big dog in this game. And I think it could get ugly early for TCU, man. Feel like once Michigan get rolling, bruh, like, hey, them boys be rolling. It don't matter what's going on. That running game gonna be good. I still love their defense. I'm going Michigan big, man. I'm talking about 37-16.
All right. Sean, what you thinking, man?
First begin saying, I believe the team up north is going to win. With that being said, I'm also going to say it's going to be a blowout as well. I think that Michigan is way overmatched than these guys. I mean, like, they have way more talent. They don't match up well pound for pound. And what they did at Ohio State, I believe they'll probably do the same thing to these boys, if not worse in a badly fashion. As far as Max, in my opinion, I think he's overrated. I think he's a product of their system. I don't see the NFL readiness in him, in my opinion. Kind of like a Johnny Manziel feeling I get when I watch dude. I only watched 2 games of his. Michigan defense is crazy. As far as their quarterback, I'm kind of leery on them, but they got too many weapons, man. If he just ding and dunk, he don't even have to go for the deep ball like he did against Ohio State. But just dinging and dunking, I think he's gonna beat them. It's just they got too much talent on that roster, man. And shouts out to Harbaugh. He's gonna get over the hump this year.
All right. Blair, how you feeling, man? These guys.
Oh, hold on, my score. 37-14, bro.
It's ugly out here with TCU.
So
no, I have no.
These two guys have blowouts. I mean, how you feeling? Does that make you feel better, or does it make it feel worse, or you just
Dude,
like I'm trying not to get into none of that.
I don't get too up. I don't get too high on Michigan, bro. Like, I like Michigan because I like Michigan, and Harbaugh's a good coach most of the time. It would seem he does some weird things here or there, but he does that everywhere. He eventually, they all hate him when he leaves wherever he leaves from. It's a weird thing with Harbaugh. Right now, they seem okay. I don't know. Without Quorum, I know that actually does hurt for the future for what they're trying to do right now. Their defense is good, but a letdown can happen at any moment. I'm not saying TCU is bad. I have seen no TCU, so I really don't know, man. I've seen no TCU games, so I couldn't really tell you. That's what did. See, they got to be better than all right if they made it to 3. Like, I feel like they should have been 4.
I'm talking about based upon the
competition.
Yes, I'm talking about based upon the top 4.
See, that's the odd thing about college football. Like, you can be like, those dudes are bums and they haven't played anybody, and then they go play somebody good and they do the same thing that they was doing to the bums to somebody good. It's hard to gauge. It's harder to gauge in college sometimes because they consider the competition to be so different. I assume Michigan should win this, or I hope Michigan should win this game. It seems like they should, but these are college kids. These dudes ain't played football in a month, man. I don't know what is going to happen when this game gets to going, and that's the thing.
Vocal.
Huh?
Y'all going vocal?
That's the hope. That is the absolute hope, bro. And I'm just going to leave it there. Hope they win. That's the plan. I can make no guarantees, dude. It's Michigan. Nothing they've done to me and under the Harbaugh era guarantees a dub, bro. It just doesn't.
All right. So could we get a score?
Not to make one up. Fine, I'll make one up. 32-27.
32-27. That's a good game.
All right. Like I said, I think it's going to be a pretty good game until the end. I think the Michigan's running ability is going to really, really, really kick in the second half, and they're just going to do some things. They're going to be able to do some things.
Bro, at the beginning of the third quarter, whoever is at running back for Michigan always seems to drink Michael's secret stuff, and shit is to the races, dog. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
They got some big Michigan. They always do.
They always have linemen, bro. Like a well-coached offensive line. It's a very well-coached offensive line. Moving on to the next game. So this is the primetime game at 8 o'clock. 4 hours later is the Ohio State University versus the Georgia Bulldogs. If you did not know, it is in Atlanta, Georgia, is where this game will be played. Apparently, they said that they split the tickets up between both of the fan bases, and it should be pretty even. I doubt that. I did read that Ohio State put their tickets on sale for Atlanta for this, for this bowl game, and they sold out in less than an hour or in an hour or so. So it's going to be interesting. It's still home field advantage in Georgia. So Blair, I'm gonna start with you. How do you see this game going? Who wins?
I don't know. I feel so bad because you guys say such nice things about Michigan because I cannot.
Don't say anything.
I mean, I really don't feel bad. I'm just
that's
saying.
as good as it gets over here.
That's
as good as it gets over here.
I'm just saying in real life, bro.
That's as good as it's gonna get.
Georgia is a problem, and I don't know what Ohio State has for it other than I hope they get some quick scores, because if they don't, they are in trouble. The style of offense they play doesn't seem like it'll be conducive to a good game against Georgia, because they play the same and hurry up style that they tried to use on Michigan that didn't work, and Georgia has a better defense than Michigan does. Like, Georgia's defense is a problem. I don't know about that. Like, I feel like their O beats you because their defense just makes your dudes so tired. Eventually, everybody's just tired. Like, they're on the field all day. You can't kind of get them off. And if you do, you get 3 and outs. Like, you get no time. You know what I mean? I feel like eventually that just wears you out. If Ohio State can put any points up early, they have a shot. If they cannot put points up fast, I mean fast, bro, they are going to be in trouble, because I don't think they can do like a low scoring kind of a drag out kind of a game, because Georgia like bludgeons everybody, bro. Like, they beat everybody the same way. It's not even a matter of them changing game plans. You just can't keep up with Georgia for 4 quarters, and they don't blow you out. It's not like they're scoring 45 points or 35 points every game.
No, but they be blowouts because they defense
17. Like, you can't even get 17 points on Georgia. Like, it's tough. And if you get 17, that's usually like the final score of the game, and they got like 35. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to see. So I'm hoping it's a good game, because Georgia has beat everybody convincingly. Like, none of Georgia games are good. It's really weird. Like, their games aren't good for football, other than the fact that you get to see what a true dominant like college football team looks like currently. That's it. I hope for the best for them dudes, man.
All right. Sean, what you thinking, man?
Oh, I got to give a score. Y'all want a score?
Yeah, give us a score. Give us a score.
Yeah, let me give you a score. The score is going to be 35-10.
He believes in Georgia. He believes Georgia about to do us wrong. Do us wrong.
I don't know, bro.
Where you going,
From
man?
what I saw, because I don't care about Ohio State, so I don't watch their games. So the only game of Ohio State that I saw was against Michigan. They didn't look that great once the wheels started falling off. They looked like they had a chance until once the wheels fell off, and I'm like, these dudes are tired. Like, once that kicks in, like a no-huddle quick offense, bro, y'all got to run sprints like all day. Like, y'all got to be in the best shape ever to do that for an entire game. That's why pro offenses don't run that all game. Like, you can't. That's just too hard to do. So unless they have something that can like stretch the clock out and everything's not hurry up, then maybe. But if it's gonna do a hurry up game, they're gonna have a problem with Georgia, bro. Like Georgia's really good.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
And the hurry up runs out of steam if you ain't getting no points, bro. Like it can hurt you too. Like it doesn't help if you can't score and you run a quick offense.
Ready?
But man, y'all do what y'all want to do.
I was saying you had a flow. For one, my boy's gonna beat these boys. I do think it's gonna be a good game. I'm not saying this as a fan, but I'm saying this as in I'm pretty sure it's been every fucking Ohio State legend come in that locker room and cuss these boys out about the Ohio State Michigan game. So Casey had their daddy come home from work and they like, hey, buddy been in a fucking principal's office. He got that thick ass leather belt and just came in there whooping shit with his eyes closed, swinging. Look, you know what I'm saying? So I think they got their ass chewed out. They did get beat against Michigan. But I just believe the offense will get us over this hump. Now, I would say where I'm a little bit nervous at is in our running game. Our star running back is down. We got a banged up running back, and we got a freshman running back. So, you know, bright lights, it's a lot against us on that note. As far as coaching, pound for pound, I'm going to go with my guy. Ryan Day. I'm going to go with my guy. As far as the score, I'm going to say, and I may quote, Vegas got us losing by 6.5 points. I'm not a professional, but fuck them. I think we're going to win by 10. I think we're going to win 30-20. And it's going to be more of a special teams game than what y'all think. I think it's going to come down to special teams, and they going to, I don't know the word, not nullify, but basically the offense is basically going to mirror each other because they tight end is a bad mother scooter. You know what I'm saying? I do think our linebackers are fast to hang with him. I am nervous about our corners as usual, like I said in the last time we took about Ohio State. But far as 10 yards and less, I'm not worried. So far as deep balls, like how we got exposed, the Maryland game and the Michigan game, I am worried. But with that being said, back on the offensive end, I think they're going to go back and forth. I think both quarterbacks going to have tremendous stats, but we still going to win just off of special teams because we got some special team heroes, I want to say. But yeah, I say 10. I want my boys to win. Had a rematch against Michigan. Them boys up north, up 75 for the national championship.
All
30.
All right. 30-20. Darius.
No,
You know you going with the boys down south.
Bruh. I only feel bad because y'all my friends. But y'all know how I feel about well-oiled machines, dog. Georgia is just a juggernaut, bro. If Ohio State wins this game, it will be an upset. I don't care.
I agree.
The biggest thing about Georgia is, in Ohio State, you know, they do run the quick offense thing because they usually have excellent skill players, which they got some good receivers now. Like you say, your running backs is banged up a little bit, so I feel like you're going to have to rely on the pass more than you want to. The problem is that Georgia's defense is just as fast. That's the thing that be killing people, bro. Like, these dudes fly off and around the ball, dog. And it's like they give you no space to breathe. It don't matter who it is, bro. And it's just like we usually always see it out of the SEC team when it comes to these championship things, bro. It's like sometimes they're a little bit stronger and they always seem like they're a step quicker than everybody else on defense. But I just feel like overall, I felt the same way all year. Georgia is just the best team in the country, bro. Like every time they step on the field, like, and I feel like it's gonna be more like one of those Tennessee type games where, nah, they're not gonna score 40 points. I think they're gonna get like 31, but it's gonna be like one of them games where, bro, they controlled the whole game. It's like you wasn't thinking that, oh, Ohio State was just about to come back or something like that. And I just think, yeah, I think Ohio State is a great team. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like Georgia is just that good, bro. I just feel like they that good. I got 35-14. I don't think they go crazy on them. I just think it's like a slow roll. So, 21-7,
Right, bro. Like once it turns into
28-14.
you tired, like that's how they win. Like that's where they lean on you the hardest at.
That defense is crazy, bro. Like it's one of them ones, man. It's like, bro, these dudes be flying, and
They
it's
can't.
like it don't matter. It
Problem.
don't matter who's in there either. Like the boys swap them out. Next dude be just as fast, just got more energy than the last dude who was just there.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Ohio State though, cause shoot, I do think like they're a great team. It's just, hey, that's the way the ball fell, man. If they was playing TCU, I would have picked them. But gotta rock with Georgia on this one, man. And home field advantage. It's gonna be loud in Mercedes-Benz Stadium that day.
Okay, guys. There's truth in everything everybody has said so far on this subject. Ohio State's lows is super low. Like, I really feel like one thing about this team, they play down to their competition. They don't take certain teams serious. Against Michigan, they pretty much choked. Like they let once Michigan went up in the game, you felt them tighten up, and they never overcame it. They coached tight, they played tight, and they got a tight ass whooping. That is literally what happened. So I went back and I watched all of our games, a lot of the games that we played, a lot of ones that we even blew people out or whatever, the close ones that we played against certain people. And I went back and I looked at most of Georgia's games. So if you guys aren't aware, I looked at the games that they played the best in, which I think they played their best game when they played against Tennessee. I looked at their worst games when they played against Kent State, when Kent State put up 22 and they had 39. I looked at their game against Missouri when it was 22-26.
Kent State.
Kent State.
Who?
Kent State. Kent State. You know, in Ohio, Kent State.
Ohio.
Yes,
Thunderbolt?
Kent State. Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think Jalen Carter played in that game. However, that is a big that's a big deal. Then against Missouri, the 26-22 game, those were their two worst games. That was the end of September, beginning of October. They're by far their two worst games that I've seen them play. And then they corrected themselves. I mean, they beat Tennessee 27-23. Then they played against Mississippi State. It was 45-19. Now, the only similarities that I've seen between, and then, of course, their last game that they just had, it was 30-50 LSU. I feel like Georgia pretty much had a control of that game, even though their defense really did give up a lot of points in that game. But that's neither here nor there. Where this game is going to lie is in the trenches. Okay? In the trenches, it's all about the trenches. When you start to see this game and it kicks off, and doesn't matter what team is on offense, look at the big guys, okay? That is where the game is going to be won and lost. Period, point blank. That is what it is. Georgia loves to run the football and throw to the tight end. Period. Their wide receivers don't scare anybody, but neither did Michigan's wide receivers. And look what happened to Ohio State's defense. Now, on offense is the same thing. You get on offense for Ohio State. You have to look at Ohio State's offensive line against Georgia's defensive line. Nobody on their defensive line scares me but one dude, man. The dude Jalen Carter is different, bro. He's different.
That's the thing. How you gonna
He's
stop
different.
him?
He's different. Okay. He is the most dominant defensive tackle I have seen in a long
first round for him, though.
Oh man, yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And that's the thing. How are they gonna handle Jalen Carter? What are they gonna do to avoid him? Now, the thing about Jalen Carter, he will disappear. He'll take some plays off. He'll take a player or two. He'll take a player or two off because hey, he a big dude. Tired out there. You know what I'm saying?
Here.
I understand. How I see the game unfolding is it is going to be a low-scoring game in the first half. I think it's going to be like 14-10 or 14-17. I don't think it's going to be like this big offensive explosion.
That's your hope. That's the hope. That's the only way it stays close.
But
listen,
should he hope for that?
Listen to me. This game is going to be awesome. And y'all need to watch it. It's going to be a damn good game. How I see the game playing out, if and only if CJ Stroud actually grows up and run the fucking ball when he's supposed to. Because it is very frustrating to watch this man play quarterback. Yeah, you can make all the throws. And what he's learning is the NFL scouts are going to be telling you, why didn't you run the ball right here? Everybody got their back towards you. Why didn't you run it? Why didn't you just go
at least get hurt? At least get because I was little. I don't want to end up like Tua because I don't want to get hit. Because that ain't my job as a quarterback. You ain't supposed to be out there. I don't care.
I understand.
Make it seem like running quarterbacks are fantastic. Those dudes.
I understand. Blair, I understand. But even Tom Brady pull it down and take off when ain't nobody looking when they playing man to man.
No, and that's
just where
the league is going,
bro.
Yeah,
that's where the league is going.
Never had like 10-yard runs. They didn't run the ball.
But at the same time,
they ran it when they had to.
I'm all about pocket awareness. I'm not about running. You can have.
At the same time,
that's not what I'm saying.
You have more athletic dudes now playing quarterback than ever. These dudes are like some of hybrid athletes out here. So
thank you. He has the ability. What I'm saying is to take when the opportunity presents itself, you got to make your decision right there. You can't wait for another window. You got to make it right there, and you got to go. And that is what he needs to do in this game. I feel like he's going to have some opportunities to be able to do that. And I feel like the game is going to come down to how he plays and how Georgia decides that they want to attack Ohio State's defense. At the end of the day, I think this score is going to be 34-37. Ohio State wins on a last-second field goal. I think that's how it's going to go. 37-34, Ohio State. I feel like it's going to be more scoring in the second half because everybody going to be throwing their punches. And they're going to be landing. They're going to be connecting. And at the end of the day, Ohio State 34-37. Great matchup. Marvin Harrison against Ringo. That's going to be a matchup. Jalen Carter versus Ohio State's offensive line. That's going to be the matchup to watch. I think that Ohio State covers tight ends very well. Georgia's tight ends, they have the best two tight ends in the country. Mr. Washington is a problem. He's like 6'8", almost 300 pounds. He's a bad dude, bro. He's a bad dude. And so is Mr. Bowers. He's a bad dude, too. So Ohio State have done a very good job covering the tight ends, but they ain't seen no tight ends like this. And that's why I say it's going to be 34-37 Ohio State.
Man, I feel like this is the least confidence I have ever seen out of you and Sean going into Ohio State game.
Chris actually sounds really confident, like way more confident.
Not to me. I can see
after watching the film, because that's what I said. I'm not ready to do it because I need to go back and I need to watch what these dudes do well, what they don't do well. I think that
don't already know.
Great matchup.
Chris is a little harder to shake, bro. Like Chris is a little harder to shake his confidence in anything that he currently believes in at the time. It's a little harder to get Chris to shake on it, even if but he still is like 37, 34. Like he had a plan in his brain what was gonna happen, bro. He done told you how this game is gonna play
I
out.
just don't, man.
You
It's
don't see
one of
it
them,
either. I
for
don't see it.
me.
I don't see
No,
it
for
either,
me,
bro.
it's just one of them things like, bruh, I have no reason not to pick Georgia, bro. These dudes been destroying everybody, bro. And it's like, it's that old SEC monster all over again. It's like, and don't get me wrong, like Ohio, like I said, Ohio State is a good team. They definitely deserve to be where they at. It's just Georgia. I feel like Georgia is that good of a team. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that defense, it trickled down to the offense versus, it's usually vice versa. Offense do good, get the defense excited. And this defense be going out here stifling niggas. And then the offense just feed off of it every time. Like you said, them big old tight ends, man. Like, them dudes boys got big old mitts catching everything. And then Georgia always, they like to run that pro style anyway, get in between them tackles and run that thing. So I do hope it's a good game. But even with 35-14, I think the game is going to be good. It's just like Georgia always stiffens the wall when they need to on defense, bro. It's just like them boys so tough on defense, man. It's like, it's crazy.
I feel every word you're saying, bro, and I agree. But also, I feel like Ohio State plays its best when they're underdogs.
That's true. If Ohio State wins,
the underdogs when they're not
Ohio State wins, it's gonna be one of the better upsets that we've have seen in our lifetime. I'll say.
Yeah, the only way that I would be shocked is if I won't consider it an upset because I think we have potential to be great like we should be because the amount of talent that we have.
It's definitely an upset, bro.
I don't think it'd be an upset. The only way that it'd be an upset to me is if we won by like 17, 21 points or some crazy stuff like that. Then I'm like, oh.
But that's why I feel like when you was talking earlier, like, it's the slow grinding game in the first half. I don't think that's what y'all want, bro. Because if the defense get comfortable, that's when it get rough for niggas on the other side.
I think it's gonna be a fill-out process, and then they're gonna throw the haymakers, and we're gonna be like, after this game, you're gonna be like, woo, hey, these boys was playing. So we're gonna see, man. I'm really happy and excited for this game. I think I'm ready to see both games because I think it's gonna be two close games. Excuse me. And if it works out how I think it's gonna work out, like I said, that Michigan Ohio State national championship. Bruh,
that Michigan Georgia national championship
gonna be so excited. Like, we about to get the money bags. Money bags is coming our way. Money bags.
I don't know. I think whoever playing the championship, the money bag is probably crazy. Just imagine you getting the upset. Oh, niggas gonna pay. Niggas gonna pay.
And me as an Ohio State fan, to be honest with you, I don't want that. I want revenge. You
want them to beat y'all again?
I need my revenge. But it's cool. Moving on. Y'all know we gotta go to the pro game, and y'all know how we do things. We gotta tell y'all how we did last week. And then go over the overall rankings. All right. So last week in last place with 10 games picked correct.
Damn, 10?
10. I mean, that's just how we do out here. You know how we are picking the real games. You know what I'm saying? All the games. See them right here on this channel. Subscribe, y'all. Hit that little notification bell. Let y'all know when we uploading a new video, man. It's happening to you. You're like, hey, these boys out here doing a thing. Let me tune in. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But in last place with 10 games picked correctly, it is Darius and me.
It felt worse it felt a lot worse than that.
It did for me too.
I was like, bro, this is terrible.
Then in second place, with 11 games picked correctly, it is Sean.
Down one game.
I will take it.
In first place with 12 games picked correctly, It is Brianna
with the bounce back.
Oh,
with the bounce back. So the overall standings from the
you
entire season
oh,
in last place, but he doing the walk down. It's the slow creep, the slow grind, the slow, the slow footsteps. With 142 games is Blair. Only 3 games back from me with 145 games. Then with 146 games is Brianna. Then with 147 games, we have Sean and Darius. Sean made he made a 1 game difference. We only got 2 weeks left to go. Only 2 weeks left to go. You better hold on.
Don't worry about it.
It's Darius with 149.
Hey, yeah, I said it, fam. I got y'all. I've been running. Hey, come on, we the Patriots out here from 03 or something.
All right, we gonna see. We gonna see.
Trying.
So, it's either gonna be Sean or Blair kicking this off. Because Brianna is not here, I will put her picks right here.
he had the
Hopefully
most.
she has a
Go first.
she has a bad week.
Y'all was tired.
Oh,
Yeah. Y'all was tired from last week. So, I'm glad I ain't gotta go first on this. So to kick this off,
yeah, let me hear Sean
week
picks.
1, week 17.
Let me go talk.
Week 17. It is the Dallas Cowboys
Ooh,
at the Tennessee Titans.
told y'all the Cowboys.
Don, who you picking?
how about them Cowboys? I'm going to Cowboys, man. They trying to chase for the first place. They got something to fight for. I'm going for them.
Blair?
Tannehill's out, bro.
Yes.
Cowboys. Like, they were questionable with Tannehill, man, but without Tannehill, they definitely don't have another dude to help with anything in quarterback position.
Malik Willis just ain't ready.
Yeah.
He's definitely about to get some experience.
Man, Dak Prescott played his best game ever against the Eagles, career-wise. Knocked me out the damn playoffs. Tough ticket.
Holla. Only one person left on this panel is in the playoffs for real things. Because I put Sean out just for everybody to know. Boop. Get him out of here.
We had a good run.
Get him out of here.
But yeah, man, I already told y'all, bro. Hey, them boys going to the NFC Championship,
I don't
man.
buy that, but you've been saying it.
Look. All I'm saying is, Dak Prescott didn't go out there and play against Gardner Minshew. He went and played against this very good Eagles defense and hung 40 on them boys. So they definitely got a shot. But yeah, I'm rocking with the Cowboys, man. Shit, it's over for Tennessee. Jacksonville about to fucking get in, host a playoff game.
Yeah, that's cold, bro. That's sad for Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm gotta go Dallas, man. I thought about it because of King Henry, but when you ain't really got a threat as far as the passing game,
he hurt.
I know, but
he missed practice.
Yeah. I still like the backup that they have, but I gotta go Dallas here.
Dallas by 25.
Yeah. Moving on. Sunday, January 1st.
Your turn,
Arizona Cardinals.
You're so funny, bro.
At the Atlanta Falcons. So this is a trash bag game, guys. If y'all did not realize what I just said, I said Arizona versus Atlanta. So, Blair, where you going with it, bro?
Life is tough. Arizona looks terrible. It's in it. I'm going to Atlanta, bro. Atlanta don't look super great either, but unfortunately, I have to pick Atlanta in this matchup. I don't even know if Kyler Murray playing, man. But he didn't look good in that last game. I think.
Kyler Murray tore his ACL. He done for the year.
Oh yeah, that's right. Done. Mm-hmm. I hear so many ACLs and muscle tears, bro. I forget who was which. So he's out. Arizona's toast, bro. I don't even know if Kingsbury has a job this summer, but I don't even know if he want one, bro. Like honestly, Cliff Kingsbury. I don't know if he want to be there no more, dude. Like
coordinator somewhere.
I don't think. I don't think he got what he thought he was getting when he went to Arizona, bro. And it just ain't working. It don't seem like it's working, bro.
It's got to be a mesh, bro, because Arizona definitely had the pieces, bro. It's not like they didn't have pieces on offense and defense.
Yep.
I feel like Blair right on everything he said. And I think a little insider, every time the motherfucking skillet get hot, JJ jumped the fuck out the kitchen. So I know something I don't know. So I'm going with Atlanta because JJ said, I'm out. Just like how he did with Deshaun and them boys.
Yeah. You got a point there, brother. You got a point there. Chris going before me because I came in late.
Listen.
He's like, yeah, I get to wait. Take everybody to just make up my mind.
Tampa Bay, they played Tampa Bay very tough last week.
What is that saying?
Nothing.
They played the Broncos pretty okay. They played.
What is that saying?
Nothing.
They played the Chargers very tough.
They come out.
You said Detroit.
The Chargers. But that's
the Chargers.
Time they had Kyler Murray. Guys.
Go ahead, go to the Arizona Cardinals.
I'm talking
about the Arizona Cardinals right here.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. It's not like it really matters because it's two butt cheap quarterbacks against each other. Because it ain't like
decided to go with who I felt was the better team.
Ritter out there.
I had to go with who I felt was the better team. Arizona. Darius?
JJ Watt wouldn't have retired, maybe.
He ain't retiring today. He gonna play this game.
Yeah. No, him. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I feel like he done checked out mentally, bro. Like my man riding off into the sun.
This last weekend.
Guess what? He knows the season is a wash. After practice today, this nigga went and poured up a bunch of Long Islands and got down.
He had practice today, man. It's Tuesday.
He ain't worried about no outcomes for these last two games. Win or lose, he going out on top of JJ Watt's career. That being said, there's nothing to get excited about in Arizona. Like no quarterback play, no defensive play. Desmond Ritter played okay in like his first real start.
He about to get more games than Trey Lance, cuz.
Shoot, guess what? I got more tape on Desmond Ritter than I do Trey Lance.
That's the crazy part, dude.
So, whatever. That was a shot in the dark. And obviously, it's biting him in the butt right now. But yeah, man. Battle of bad teams. I just got to go with Atlanta, bro. I can't pick. I don't even know who playing for the Cardinals. Buddy at quarterback?
Colt McCoy is questionable.
And he questionable? So you got to... It
was like McSorley or something last week.
Oh, Trace McSorley played last game.
McSorley, that's all.
Oh my God. He used to play for Baltimore. And this dude is like the backup. Come on, man. You know way I'm picking the Cardinals.
Chris said, Arizona, let's get it. Next game. We got
Justin
the
Fields,
Chicago Bears
at Blair's
Detroit
Lions.
That's what we doing.
You blew it on me last week. Let me down to the Panthers.
God, dog.
Got me to 10 wins, baby.
To the Panthers.
The only one I got right for us. Like
Man, the Panthers had to have a historic day to beat the Lions.
Sean, where you going, bro?
Terrible.
I just point on this, man.
I don't have what? Power.
You going Detroit?
Yep.
Blair, going with your boy?
Oh, bro, you already know the battle of the butt teams who I picked is going to be Detroit. I really hope they win this game, though, because they need to win this game.
Darius?
Who Detroit playing?
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. The Chicago Fields.
Yep.
Bruh.
Basically.
Chicago super duper terrible. Detroit is making strides, man. You talking about a year or two. It could be playoff bound, man, because they play hard. They had a bad game against Carolina, but like I said, Carolina had to set like a franchise rushing record to beat these dudes. So I'm going with Detroit, man. There's nothing to like about the team that they're playing.
Yeah. I really was trying to figure out a way to go with Justin Fields here. I cannot. I just can't do it.
Go with.
Because it really just we got it right, man. It's the Justin Fields versus Detroit Lions. Like
Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
Basically. And they need to really make their office. You got all this money, Chicago. We're gonna say this right now. Chicago, you got all this money. You better put an offensive line in front of this young man, or you ain't gonna have this young man very, very long.
No, leave the offensive lineman for me.
Moving on. The next game.
Chicago.
The head coachless Denver Broncos.
Terrible, dude. Announce one of these teams.
At the Kansas City Chiefs.
Next. I have nothing good to say about the Denver Broncos.
It's not going to be. There's no possible way that it could be an upset here.
Hell no.
Dude, if it's an upset, the Chiefs quit. Like they actually like they all bet on the game because like there's no way they should lose.
Upset right now is my uncle Shannon Sharp. He was so livid on motherfucking Undisputed today. Yesterday. It was crazy. Come on, man. 50 from Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield didn't even throw for 300 yards. And they hung up 50. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. They quit. They literally quit on this dude. Russell Wilson has obviously no authority over nothing in the locker room, which makes me feel like maybe he was overrated in Seattle. Maybe we don't give the full team enough credit. I mean, as far as us, maybe, we know the Legion of Boom and Marshawn Lynch was a big part of those teams. But really, what did he do after that? Like, I guess he kept his team relevant. But shit, Kirk Cousins did. Kirk Cousins kept his team relevant. Shit.
That's it though. Like, but he had better numbers than Kirk Cousins, bro. Like his numbers would be better than Kirk Cousins' numbers. Yeah. He would have top 10 quarterback numbers on a team that wasn't super sucky. Now you don't necessarily know everything that goes into it. So when he falls off a cliff like this, everybody like, there's no way. Unless it was like Seattle saw it and was like, yeah, nah, we ain't dealing with it. We done. We gave it to him once. We ain't giving it to him again. I don't know, man. I think a lot of things went wrong in Seattle. And a lot of things went right. Like, I don't think he was a bad quarterback. I can't say he got too much credit. I feel like he was above what they thought he was going to be, which be the problem when it comes to like a third round dude, you know.
So
they don't expect third round guys to be super good.
So you think he overachieved?
Probably. If like I don't think Russ is bad. Russ is a little guy. They didn't expect a whole lot out of Russ. And I think Russ gave them way more than they were expecting originally. And then, like, because he was so consistent, everybody on the outside is like, why you don't kind of take the reins off the dude and give him like a little more range in the offense so he could be, you know, considered one of the better quarterbacks in the league, like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, like all the people they wanted to compare Russ to at a certain point. But I think like Russ is probably a system guy. It's the same thing like Matt Ryan. Like you thought Matt Ryan was like a genius, but Matt Ryan is a system guy. He's a good quarterback that if you put in a good system, he excels. But he's not a great quarterback that changes everything about your offense.
What I can say about Matt Ryan in Atlanta is, Buddy was going to give you them stupid numbers.
But that was only when he had the right people. Because when he had a bad coach and offensive coordinator, he wasn't good, bro. He didn't have like crazy numbers. They weren't terrible.
I feel like Russell Wilson had like the perfect mix. He had a legendary defense.
Yeah.
With, you're talking about once in a lifetime defense and probably one of the better running backs we've seen in our generation.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think Russ was bad, but the idea that Russ carried the team, like I think too many people on the outside believe that. Nobody on the inside believed that that's how Russ carried the team. Russ was just an important player on that team. He happened to be the quarterback, so he got more credit than the other parts of the team because he was the quarterback. But that does not make Russell Wilson a bad quarterback. I think Hackett sucks. Now, what Russ is out there doing, I don't know. Maybe because this is all new for him and he doesn't know what to do under these circumstances because they brought him in as if he was supposed to be the Tom Brady in the one quarterback away analogy that they've been using the last 3 years since it worked with Tom Brady. Like everybody just one quarterback away. Like Indianapolis has been one quarterback away for like 2 or 3 years now. You know, Tom Brady came in and it worked. And they did this. Matt Stafford pulled one out in LA last year under the same idea that they're just one quarterback away. But I think when it comes to Russ was never the one quarterback away. I think Russ is he was above average as a quarterback, maybe even good. But I feel like his good is in a system. And because the way his personality is, he just might not be gelling with the dudes in the locker room. Like they're not winning. And his numbers are not great. So, like, if he was, like, going out there putting up great numbers and they were still losing and he was still, like, you know, how people feel about him as Russ, Russ or whatever, but they were winning, I think it would be a lot easier to deal with. I don't know if Russ knows how to, like, interact with people properly in the way that it makes it feel like the team is together because it seems like they had similar issues like that in Seattle for whatever reason. But it seemed like they had similar like team chemistry issues with Russ and the rest of the team. And that could be they didn't like him getting the credit, whatever the case may be. This situation is different for Russ because he came into it supposed to be the man, and Hackett was terrible from week one.
Facts. So, Sean, if there was a window, is it closed for the Broncos?
Closed. I want to say something about that, though.
No.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I want to say something about they were a quarterback away. They weren't a quarterback away. I never felt that they were a quarterback away. I felt like they were much better because now that you have a quarterback, but I still think you need some pieces on the offensive line. I think you definitely need a number one receiver because you don't have one. You need you traded away the tight end that you had for Russell Wilson. So now they need another tight end. So I think they still need more.
They were quarterback away
not just through his play, but through the team's play, period. So I never thought they was going to be a quarterback away.
I think it was because the defense was so good, though, that they felt like there was a quarterback away.
I think their
Sean, you
quarterback.
said
He was supposed to carry them through. I see what you're saying. He was supposed to carry them through and ride that defense through wherever they were supposed to go. But that's just not how it
Sean, you
played out.
said the window is closed, bruh.
Close.
Over with.
That's
Listen,
interesting.
we've spent entirely too much time talking about the Denver Broncos because they suck. Russell Wilson sucks as far as this year, and we moving on. And we all picking Kansas City. We didn't need to even say who we was picking. Moving on.
Oh yeah, it's over with.
The next game. Sorry, not sorry to Denver. Next game, we have the Miami Dolphins at the New England Dirty Quarterback playing Patriots.
Oh yeah, this is time to interject Sean's topic.
Go ahead, Sean. I'll let you go. You kicked it off. Go ahead, kick that shit off.
Very good. I
Well,
feel
you
like
done,
this is a very good suggestion.
Dirty bastard, you.
So I really ain't as hype as I was when I introduced the topic. But I do want to say about Mac Jones. This not New England. My beef is with Mac Jones. So with all the rule changes and things like that, they try to protect the quarterback at all times. My thing is I call him a dirty player. Let's get that on out there. I call him a dirty player because he went after a guy's knees. At the end of the day, they still brothers on the field. You know what I'm saying? You went after a dude's livelihood. You know how he put food on his plate, how he feed his family. You know what I'm saying? And they throw flags for crackbacks. Actually, they make it illegal. But shit, I grew up. You know, I seen Darwin James do a helmet to helmet yesterday.
Last night, yeah.
That was helmet to shoulder, man, when you watch it in slow mo.
Real talk. He was throwing the shoulder, but
he
it's
still
just like, bro.
He hit him. It just was so bad. It looked so bad.
What they said with the rule is, even though he was leading with the shoulder, because he was going towards the head and neck area. Yeah.
But my thing is, though, we protect all these quarterbacks. Yes, they're making $50 million in this and that. But your quarterback coming after me going dead at my knees. So that next play or whatever, I could be telling my D lineman, hey, tear his knee up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like dirty play. Like, if this is going to be the rule, we're going to have to adjust our game for that rule. You getting trained all practice or whatever rule changes has been changed during these owners meetings. You get what I'm saying? And you come out here and do dirty plays. You try to twist the dude's ankle a couple weeks back. Now you going for the knees. And I think he should have been ejected his damn self. I understand with Darwin yesterday, he had 2 personal fouls, whatever.
Yeah.
But just like with Dennis Rodman, motherfucking Rasheed Wallace, Draymond, you got a track record now, bro.
Yep.
So now if I do see you coming down, you done threw a pick or whatever the case may be, and you coming down the field trying to, you know what I'm saying, sad crack me, I'm hurting you, boy. You already soft and frat. I'm hurting you. Period. I don't care how much money you making. But I do say that to say to all these quarterbacks that want to be protected, watch what the fuck you doing. Because again, that guy got to feed his family, and next time they ain't gonna play with you, man. So that's strike 2. Ain't nobody gonna be looking for strike 3. But I'm picking New England to win, though.
I feel that. You picking New England to win. Got it. I think it's worse than that. That was probably one of the worst, dirtiest, nastiest plays I've ever seen a quarterback make. Why? Is because as a quarterback, or shit, just period. Because he's not even the one with the ball, bro.
Well, he didn't have a chance to catch him with the ball.
Thank you. He has
that
no
chance.
They
all got the same jersey on.
It's an interception that got called back. He has no chance to catch up to the 4-2 running receiver that you said that you was trying to block him for. Trying to stop him from blocking the 4-2 receiver from an interception that you threw. And first of all, the explanation is terrible. Okay. It's horrible.
What did he say?
He said he was trying to stop him from getting to the receiver to blocking because his guy was going to score a touchdown.
Terrible.
It's bullshit. is bullshit because he's really not in the play. He's not. And for you to throw your body at this man's knees, okay, trying to throw a block on a blocker, first of all, why aren't you going after? If you're not going to catch the ball carrying, what you doing hitting anybody else?
He running too. Dude,
you run too.
The type of dude that gets mad and does stuff.
Thank you.
So it's all fair. That's what I'm saying.
Like buddy that went to Duke. I can't think of his name. Was Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen.
Yeah, you a Grayson Allen ass dude. Like that was dirty as shit. And for you to even try to, first of all, I think he should be suspended for that play because that was just, it was super dirty, bro. It was super dirty, and I have no excuse for it. And ain't nothing you can say to try to make me consider it to be otherwise. It was dirty. It is what it is. Now, a lot of people didn't want to talk about it because people don't like Eli Apple because he talks shit. That's neither here nor there. That nigga did that man dirty. And Eli called him out on like, oh yeah, that was dirty play. It was dirty. It got called back anyway, but it was dirty. But
oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead with your pick. If you
I got Pats, bro. The Dolphins look terrible right now. They are not in the way.
Concussion protocol.
Bad way, bro. Like I don't know what they're gonna do because they ain't running. Like I imagine they're not gonna try. Teddy Bridgewater ain't running nowhere. So
he can throw though.
Yeah, as long as they can keep him upright and everything, he's okay. But they're in a bad way. The Pats are losing weird games these last couple of weeks, and it's like I don't know what y'all got going on, man. But the Dolphins are in a weird place, man. I want to say that Miami will win this game, but they're not. Not in New England. Like I don't think they're going to win in New England, man, with everything going on.
Darius?
Well, one, I want to say that I don't think Tua's playing for the rest of the season, and he has to take his future into question at this point. Like
as a professional football player?
Yes. It's just like, I know you want to, but it's like, bruh, this is the third time just this year.
And nobody even can pinpoint where you got it from.
Exactly. And it's just like, it's just going to get scarier every time, bruh. And what I was watching? I was watching Speak, and LaShawn McCoy, he usually terrible with this shit. But he had a good point. He was like, bruh, now it's like every time something happens to Tua, it's going to be under a microscope. Like, oh, did they catch it too late? Or, oh, how serious is it? And blah, 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 blah. It's just like, man, you can't put your body through that shit, man. Like, this nigga Luke Kuechly had to retire at the top of his game from too many concussions. And now, like I said, you talking about 3 in one season, possibly? Or at least you've been in concussion protocol 3 times? Like, come on, bro. It ain't worth it because you'll pay for it on the back end for sure. 2, I want to piggyback on what Sean said about the whole Mac Jones thing. I 100% agree. Mac Jones is a dirty player, bro. Like, as much as you don't want to believe it, a lot of these dudes is dicks. Mac Jones is one of them. If you can't tell from this season, he cries a lot. If shit is not going his way, he cries a lot. And like you said, bro, he's the type of dude, like Blair said, he's the type of dude that do stuff like that when he get mad.
Get mad, yeah.
And it's always some BS excuse, and it's always been after something that he's done. You throw a pick,
he did the baseball slide.
Him because he had the ball. He did the baseball slide. And now it's this, I'm trying to stop him from blocking, blah, 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 blah.
Like, he was just mad, bro.
Like, this is some drill that quarterbacks practice anytime in any type of football career.
Ever.
And it's just like,
I ain't never seen that.
Bro. But my thing is more of, bro,
very deliberate.
Now you talking about, them plays where these defenders usually laying off because they oh, I'm worried about, or if I might get a flag, I got there a half a second too late, whatever. Bro, they is running through your shit, bro. Any chance somebody got to put you on the ground, they is gonna do it. Or if I'm mad enough, if we whooping y'all ass enough, I will take this 15-yarder just so you can feel it.
Just to prove
you know what I'm saying? So now you putting your own self in jeopardy. But it's just like, bro, sometimes that's what these dudes need. And that's what he need. He needs somebody to blast his shit one good time. And somebody gonna do it, bro. It might happen in this game.
Yes.
It's a division game. And I'm still taking the Dolphins, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I just feel like it's too much, bro. It's too much with Mac Jones and his bullshit, bro. Like, I felt like he was okay. I felt like him and Trey Lance was the two quarterbacks going into
I don't
at
put
least
this year on Mac Jones,
situation.
bro. They got no offensive coordinators, man.
I feel like I had liked him coming out of college, bro. I liked him coming out of college, but he's following the Zach Wilson trail to me, bro. I feel like he's better than Zach Wilson, but I can't deal with the attitudes, man, and you ain't done shit. You know what I'm saying? So especially like if you was on the Browns and you was like, oh yeah, we made the playoffs, whatever. And you talking about a team who has set a standard that's unprecedented. You ain't done shit. You haven't done shit for this organization, bro.
No, not for the
Like, come on, bro. You already had big shoes to fill. You ain't did enough to cry about shit, to be mad, to be doing bullshit. And you out here acting like a diva, man, them boys about to blitz him. Better have his holy water ready before every game. I can tell you that.
I agree with you. I think this game ain't gonna be close. I think it's gonna be 30-17 or some stuff like that. I think Miami gonna get in that butt. And it's over.
And over Miami playoff
Miami too
on the line.
Yeah, I'm going Miami.
I'm going with Miami, bro. They playoff hopes is on the line, bro.
You just switched to Miami, Sean?
Hell no.
He was asking Chris.
He was asking me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Miami gonna do this thing. I think they're gonna do it. And I agree with you on about Tua. He really needs to consider hanging him up. And because even after that, the one we saw when they played against Cincinnati, and then he came back, I was still iffy about that. Like
you hate to see it, man.
They gave him like a couple extra weeks more than they would normally give a guy under those circumstances.
They have changed the rules in the middle of the season just because what happened to this dude. A lot of dudes who wouldn't have been coming out of games have been taken out of games this year because they is like, bro, we cannot have this shit happen like that on live TV again.
Mm-hmm. Where everybody is watching. So, God bless him, man. But I feel like you need to hang him up, man.
Praying for the best for you, man.
Yeah. Hopefully, he makes the best decision for him. And it's the right one.
Yeah, the brother ain't shit either.
Okay.
Moving on, man.
Some Terrapin fan is out there cursing Sean out.
Your brother is garbage.
Moving on, man. Moving on. The next game we have. Woo! I think this. Well, no, I can't say that. The Indianapolis Colts. I was about to say it might be one of the worst offensive performances I've ever seen in my life. I've seen worse. At the New York Giants. Blair, where you gonna go with this one, man? I can't. I'll go before y'all. I'm going with the Giants. There ain't no way I'm going with the Colts after that performance. After looking at that,
the Colts for what's going on with them, dude. Like it's nah.
Look, man. This is why you don't hire people off of the fucking couch, bro. I'm sorry. You feel how you want. I don't care. Like Jeff Saturday thing was a fucking farce, bro. Like never should have happened. And I like Jeff Saturday, Hall of Famer. One of the best linemen that I'm probably gonna see in my lifetime. But that does not mean that you gonna be good on the other side of shit. Ask Michael Jordan. Or ask any really, really, really good player. Most of the dudes who really, really good are dudes who watched it from the sideline most of the goddamn time. It's just like there's nothing going good for the Colts, man. Jonathan Taylor out. Did y'all watch the game?
I watched the part. I seen the first half, and I was like,
Nick
I'm not watching
Foles,
this no more.
That junk looked like an 8-year-old was playing Madden for the first time on all Madden. Like this dude Nick Foles. Every time I look, interception. I'm like, oh my god, it was ridiculous. And I mean, I can't blame it all on Nick Foles. You know what I'm saying? They probably was like, hey, we ain't got no Jonathan Taylor. Hey, we need you to toss that thing. We got 100% confidence in you. And shit just didn't go good. Sorry, Colts fans. It's a terrible season for you. Thought it was going to be Pittsburgh season, but I'm glad it's y'all.
John, are you going to be the only one that's going to pick a upset here?
No.
Yeah,
Thought you was going to do it for me.
Colts.
Moving on. It's going to be an easy game to pick too. We have the New Orleans Saints at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm.
I'm going with the Eagles. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not going to.
I have nothing good to say about the Saints, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Anybody picking
and
the
the
Saints
Eagles
here, it's
just
another one of those
Eagles
games.
just came off that L. Shoot, yeah, they about to take it out on them boys. Man. Is Jalen Hurts supposed to come back? No.
As far as I know, no.
Gardner Minshew played good enough. Good enough to beat the Saints at least.
Anybody going to pick the Saints here? Anybody going to pick the Saints?
They just wasted. They wasted the rest of that defensive. That defense, prime years.
Yeah, that's
Marshawn Lattimore need to get on through.
They paid him, man. He got to stay. Well, I mean, unless they trade him.
Fuck that. Trade me. We're in a trade me Letterman jacket.
We all on Philly, man. We all on Philly. Moving on. The next game, we have the Carolina Panthers at Tom Brady and the Brady Nears. Blair, where are you going to go?
This is so terrible, but I can't pick Carolina, unfortunately.
What? You can't. Why?
Dude, I just can't. I just cannot. Okay. The Carolina Panthers give me no faith, even though they can run the ball really well.
And even though they playing the Bucks,
bro. And to this point, they're still one game behind Tampa Bay, which is like amazing considering how bad they've both been all year. So
yeah, because if they win, they jump Tampa Bay in the division.
Division, yeah. It's a big game for both of these terrible teams.
Word. Got the Tampa Bay Brady Nears.
Tampa Bay, baby. Oh, see why not?
What about you, Sean? Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. I wouldn't be surprised if Carolina win this, but I do feel what Blair is saying. Like Carolina really don't give me a reason to pick them. Like it's nothing like fancy, eye catching. It's a lot of no name guys running the ball. Yeah, they had to put on a show to win the last game.
That's true.
I don't see that repeating. Sam Darnold, like, I think he's gonna be just an average Joe, man. An average Joe until they find something else in the draft. And they just gonna sustain him until they find something else. But I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. But I think it's gonna be probably a good game, but ugly at the same time. Tom, be safe, man.
Man, I can't even. For some reason, I can't even believe I'm saying this.
Carolina,
yeah.
Bruh, I'm going with Carolina, dog. Like,
I hope I win these two.
I just don't feel good about the Bucks, man. I haven't felt good about them all year, bro. Like,
I haven't either, bro. I'm with you.
it's like, oh man, it's crazy because this is as bad as they played, even like when you knew New England was bad. It was just like you just hang your hat on Tom Brady. But it's just like 45-year-old Tom Brady is different. And it's just not the same Tom Brady.
Is it over for Tom?
Me personally, I would rather him after this year hang it up. But I feel like, I don't know if it was me and somebody was talking about this, where I feel like he gonna try to go somewhere and steal him one more, man. He gonna be like, hey, bro, y'all can use me for a year in Arizona or a year in San Francisco,
a year in Miami.
Or a year in Miami. Like,
that's where he's gonna go.
Just for like a last hoorah. You know what I'm saying? Like, even him going to the playoffs would be good for coasting out for Tom Brady. But like, I don't think this year, even if the Bucks was to make the playoffs, they probably get smoked terribly. So I don't think he want to go out like that. But I was Tom Brady, I'd be like, man, there's nothing else left for me to accomplish, bro. I played the game at the highest level in 2 halves of my career. The only people that can really say something like that is him and Kobe.
Correct. Guys,
so
I have 2 things to say.
Going with Carolina.
Carolina. I'm going to go with Tom Brady and the Bradynaires. I'm going to address Tom Brady and the Bradynaires first. I think Tom Brady, this should be it. I think he's realizing a lot of I don't think they're they're not that as bad as what they're playing, or maybe they are. I don't know. It's like it's hard to gauge it right now. Like a lot of the throws that he's, bro. Yeah, I feel like a lot of, as the season has gone on, a lot of the throws Tom Brady normally makes, and it's almost like automatic, and he ain't even got to really even think about it. He can just fling that bitch and it's right there. He's missing those, and it's not due to like personnel or even offensive line or anything like that. I just feel like he's just tired, bro. Like it's time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was a heavy season.
Yeah,
this one was a heavy season for Tom.
Yeah, it's a heavy season, but I mean, it's just time. It's just time.
You can't even discount what this season was.
Facts.
I mean, I understand. I'm not discounting it.
Yeah,
I just think it's time.
Football, like, dude is carrying a lot this season, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Mean, he's still throwing for a lot of yards. It's just like
he got 4,000, right at 4,000, bro.
Yeah.
Right. It's not about the yardage though. It's the Tom Brady timing throws that he's missing. He's like, it's either really short or it's like really long. You're just like,
it's just the stuff that you're like, hey, this is what Tom Brady does well. Like, starting to be off.
And that's the difference in winning and losing the ball games. Like, and you're just like, whoa, like what is going on here? And I do think his personal life is playing a bit a part, in what he's going through, but I can't give him that excuse, bro, because we don't do that shit for nobody else. So he's just not playing to the level and expectations of a Tom Brady. Let's say that.
Give the excuse to certain people that everybody doesn't get it. Like, so for example, I have no idea because I don't know what's going to happen next year. But if Tom Brady does not retire and plays like trying to do the one more season of glory thing and goes to some team that's quote unquote one quarterback away and goes in there, right? Goes in there and just balls out and has a fantastic season, bro. Everybody would be like, yeah, that was just, he had a bad year, bro. Like it was a bad year for Tom. Like, dude's probably going to decompress. I'm assuming he's going to disappear after this season and kind of go take a breather because it's a lot. And yes, his football has not been the best, which is crazy because in the last few weeks, that's when he threw the last 7 picks, bro. Dude only had 2 picks up until like week 12. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, he wasn't turning the ball over. He wasn't helping out much, but he wasn't hurting either. Now he's hurting with the picks, bro. And that's kind of where they've gone down these last few weeks in the turnovers.
It's just like, for me, it's like him and Peyton career kind of going down a similar path for me. Because Peyton last year, Peyton Manning was ass too. His team was just there.
I ain't never been mad at Peyton for what Peyton was.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not mad.
Last season against Peyton Manning, like,
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Tom Brady. This is what I expect a 45-year-old nigga to look like in the NFL. He is like 80 in football years, bro. Like, that is crazy.
Man is decrepit in football. The only thing is, like, the things that you would think would diminish by that point hadn't. You know what I mean? Like, those things hadn't diminished for him. And he is having a terrible, but the thing is, like, statistically, he's not having a bad season. But when you look at it in totality for Tom Brady and how Tom Brady football seasons look, this is a terrible season for Tom Brady. It just is a bad season. Dude has never looked like he's never had a record like this in his career. Like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Tom, just retire before you get hurt.
It's crazy. I have to do an I have to amend something here. I did a tally. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna keep this in. I tallied the scores wrong from this past week. Actually, Brianna is not in first place. It's actually Blair and Sean that are in first place. I counted the wrong game as a correct. I had that Philly had won last week. I'm like, wait a minute, did I count Philly as winning? And I did. So Brianna finished with 11 games. I finished with 11. Darius finished with 11. And Sean and Blair finished with 12. So that brings the final totals. Darius has 150. Sean has 149. Wait. Yeah. Sean has 149. I have 146. Brianna has 145 and Blair has 143. So he is 2 games now behind Brianna and 3 games behind me. So the quick walk down is slow, but it's steady, but you're feeling fast.
Don't worry, fans.
The walk down
your
is real.
multi-year champ is here.
Yeah, I had to correct my mistake. I corrected my mistake. My bad.
This is how y'all lost last year with the fugazi.
It's so trash.
It's my bad. It's my bad. I had to redo it. I'm like, wait a minute, what did I do? So I had to double check my mistake. But moving on, the next game. We have the Cleveland Browns at the Washington Commanders. I am glad I don't have to go first on this game. Sean, where are you going to go here, buddy?
Washington.
Ooh, Washington. Okay.
I feel as if Washington, again, Cleveland don't have to play for. They're ready for the draft. Washington still has some stuff on the table.
Chase Young came back last week, and he looked pretty good.
That's neither here nor there. You know, Chase is my guy, but he has
Chris love his guy.
Yeah, he ain't been around. Boys been playing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Washington. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. Well, I'm gonna go with Washington 24-10. 14.
I don't know what anybody is playing for, man. I'm confused about Cleveland, bro, because I'm like, why they lose last
Washington is still mathematically
I know Washington is still in it. They have a chance, with some help and some other stuff. I don't know, man, because I thought Cleveland was about to start trending in the right direction, but Deshaun Watson doesn't seem to be pulling it together as fast as I thought. But I guess he is only in like game number 3 or 4, so After being gone for 2 years, it's gonna take some time. I guess Washington has more to play for, so I'll go Washington. It's almost like a pick'em game, bro. Like nobody really knows who's gonna win this game.
Right.
Washington because they got something to play for. Because I thought Cleveland was gonna win last week, and they just went out there and stuck it up against the Saints, bro. Like the Saints of all, like that's just odd to me, man. But
Told you.
whatever. I'm gonna go Washington, man. I want them to be all right. I dislike the owner, but I do like what they're doing as a football team.
Facts.
Commanders.
Shoot, man, I wanted Sean to pick the Browns. I ain't lying. But I'm going to stick with my guns. Yeah, I'm going with the Commanders, man. It's just like, yeah, I feel like Cleveland, yeah, they kind of playing for the draft too. So if I was them, I already seen what I need to see out of Deshaun Watson this year. Shut it down. Let's get ready for next year, bro. Get to the table, get us a good draft pick, and let's come out with a fresh slate. Versus Washington. I don't know. They one of them scrappy teams like Detroit, man. I just feel like they better than Detroit. But they's one of them scrappy teams, man. They ain't laying down for nobody. And yeah, they fighting for their playoff lives. So I think they're going to come out there and get the job done. So I'm going to go with them. Close game, though, 24-20.
Yep, close game. And I'm going to go 17-10 Cleveland.
It's only one worried about this week.
I'm going 17-10 Cleveland. I watched the game. I saw Chase Young play last week. He looked good, man. He got a sack in the first game he got back. He looked real good. And unfortunately, he was playing against the 49ers, and his boy showed him up because, Nick ain't no joke. I mean, what do you got, 16 and a half sacks now?
You're saying he's defensive player of the year right now.
Hey, man. Hey. Nick playing on another level, man. But he's had all year to build up to this. It was his first game back. I do like because it definitely helps with the pass rush. Washington has sorely been missing him. They missed him a lot because their pass rush hasn't been as explosive. But now that he's back, I do like this. I do like the matchup in this game, but I feel the difference is going to be Cleveland's run game, and Cleveland is going to be able to run out the clock to win the game.
Now,
ever since I tried to tell you about 2-3 weeks ago, bro, Nick Chubb went off the cliff, bro. That nigga tired.
Yeah, it's a wrap. He done. His tires are flat.
Oh, okay. I like Cleveland. Moving on. The next game, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Houston Texans.
Red hot Jaguars.
Blair, where you gonna go with it, bro?
I can't pick the Texans.
Even after the dub.
Can't pick the Texans, bro.
They got 2 wins.
All that. That's what's amazing. They got a dub.
No. Sean?
2 in a row.
Lights trash, but that's because they lost. They're down some very key guys. They'd had Tannehill, they'd won that game. Tannehill can beat the Texans, bro. Tannehill ain't beating like the 49ers, but he could beat the Texans.
I agree.
But that's the thing. Like they're in a bad Tennessee's in a bad way, and now they about to be like middle of the pack again when it comes to like picking. So they're not really making any headway. Like you can get good like offensive position players and some defensive guys in the middle of the round, but like those like quarterbacks and like high level receivers,
they'll probably be able to get a receiver.
They'll be able to get a high level receiver.
Quarterback, bro.
And I do like
do they?
Yes.
I like the draft.
Malik Willis 3 years.
No. They don't need another average quarterback. They need an above. Tannehill's average, bro. You can use Tannehill. He's serviceable, but he ain't.
What I'm saying is, there's not gonna unless they was picking in the top 3.
That's my point.
Quarterback they was gonna want to take. That's why I was like, you got to give Malik Willis some time. I think he could be all right.
They'll give him some time, and he might turn out to be decent. With a year or two, maybe. a full run, but they still use Tannehill, bro. Like at some point, they'll have to make a choice what they're going to do with Willis if he's the future going forward. Whichever way they go, they're going to have to find that out before his contract runs out. They got 5 years. They only have 5 years on him, I don't think, because he wasn't the first round pick. So they got like 4 years. They got like 4 years on Willis.
They're about to find out next year. I'm telling
you. Think so? They're going to give him a shot next year? They're going to have to if they want to know what they have. At least one or two.
So we're going to Jacksonville. Sean's going to Jacksonville. I'm going to go Jacksonville. I think that the Texans are now playing for draft positioning. Like, seriously.
Now, it was 1-12 before last week.
Last week, bro.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. It's really over. The season's over.
If they were,
with vacation spot, they got to get up. I'm definitely going Jacksonville. Darius?
Put the equipment manager in, man. Let's go Jacksonville. Jacksonville about to get a home game. Playoff bound, baby.
That's going to be wild.
Sunshine in the Sunshine State.
Moving on. Next game. So we have the San Francisco 49ers at the Las Vegas Raiders. John, what say you, my boy?
San Fran, man.
San Fran 49ers.
They just got an amazing defense, bro.
That they do, my man. That they do. Blair?
What is these dudes playing for? Like, what is the Raiders playing for, bro?
I think they're mathematically out of it now, right?
I'm pretty sure.
We eliminated them. Yes.
Yeah, they're mathematically out of it. So they're not.
No, they're not. They don't have an E next to.
Oh, they're just at the very bottom of the list.
They are not out. They still can have some things happen and go their way. So that means they should probably come in and try to play that game hard. They shouldn't win because I feel like San Fran is still like at least trying to solidify their spot. Because while they have a good record, somebody can catch them. I don't know who. So
they playing for positioning now.
Yeah,
they officially won the West.
Like I don't think they're really like trying to sit guys just yet because they can't afford. This ain't that team to be sitting dudes on the way out. So we'll see.
So you going to Raiders?
No, bro. I'm going to San Fran, man. Not happening.
There it is.
Bro, the Raiders fucking suck, man. This is another reason why I lost a fantasy game because they decided with snow, slick conditions. Yes, Derek Carr, just throw the ball 35 to 40 times. We're only just going to give the hottest running back in the NFL 15 carries in a game where your running game should carry you.
Right.
This is the story of the Las Vegas Raiders. A bunch of talented dudes that have done nothing. These dudes can't beat themselves out of paper bag. I'm not picking them for the rest of the season. I know it's short, but I don't care. I'm not picking these dudes. Every time I want to pick these dudes, I got to put on clown makeup. I'm not doing it this week. Not going to do it. Who they playing? The Little Giants? Little Giants by 30.
Not going to lie, man. I don't know why. But part of me is
don't do it, Chris.
It's like
don't do it.
It's so tempting, man. It's like
don't do it.
I'm like, hey, I'm trying to figure out an excuse to be able to pick this upset, man. It's trying
to make up some moves, bro. This will be the one, Chris.
This will be the one for you to definitely go back with.
Exactly, man. I mean, it's just I really want to
do it.
Really? You just want to say that these dudes are trash.
I do, man. I do want to say these dudes are just trash. But the talent that they have and what they're putting on the field just doesn't line up. And it's so frustrating to watch. And you're just like, How are y'all this bad? How? How? I'm thinking y'all about to be dogging people. You got what I thought at the time when he went there was the best receiver in the game. He out here balling on fat folks.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still doing his thing, but god
He's
dang,
still top 3. Yeah, I'm
he's
about to
still
say
doing his thing.
he's
But
probably
damn,
only
bro,
behind Justin
damn,
Jefferson
you
right
got
now.
all the ingredients. Like he said, he had the highest running back in the game. You got Devontae Adams out there. David Carr not half bad. You know what I'm saying? Your defense got all these stars on it, even though it's not playing that up to par. But
And Darren Waller came back.
man, look,
And Hunter Renfro.
I'm gonna do this
Both
one
of
more
them
time.
came back.
I'm gonna
Ain't
do
no
this
way
one
in
more time.
hell.
And if they pull this one out, I'm coming in. I'm coming up. I'm gonna go with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Right, you gonna be making
Telling you,
some.
man.
Officially no longer in contention for first place. Christopher Kirk.
Hey man, I gotta go out there, man. I gotta put it out there. You know,
real ones are gonna fly.
gotta put it out there. Moving on. I have no reason to pick them. I'm just picking them just because. Hey, I'm flying by the seat of my pants right now. I'll be honest with you. I have no reason why I'm picking them. I'm just picking them just because they might win. They got the talent to win.
Maybe be mad as hell if the 49ers.
Maybe San Fran is gonna have a bad. This is gonna be the week that the rookie quarterback is gonna look bad, and they're gonna be able to get a dub.
Not Mr. Relevant.
I don't know. Moving on. The next game. We have the New York Jets at the Seattle Seahawks.
It's tough.
Tough, bro. Jets are in free fall.
Mike White is back.
Mike White is back. I think Seattle was out of playoff condition. I'm not sure. I got to look at it again. I'm not sure. I don't think they're out of playoff condition, but I think they're on the verge.
They're not out. I think they're at the bottom like the rest of these dudes.
Yeah, they're on the verge. Blair, where you gonna go with it, man?
Bruh, come on, man. I don't know. Seattle because they're in Seattle. Like I don't really have. I don't know, man. The Jets are in free fall, but they do get life with my man. And Seattle is still technically not out, I guess.
You
know,
it's tough.
They're not out. They still have a shot, bro. And they're at the bottom, but a couple of things can swing. It should be a good game, man. I'm going to go Seattle. They seem to have less injuries, I guess.
I got you.
When they playing in Seattle, you know how I like to pick the 12th man.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling that right now. Sean?
Yeah.
Seattle. Not so fast, my friend. I'm going to go with the Jets, man. I'm going with the Jets.
You ain't tired of getting let down yet.
Because I've got to make up some ground, man. I got to make up some ground. I'm going for the win. Sean, what is my saying? What is it? If I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose big. So I'm going to go with the Jets here. I feel like they can pull it off. That defense is going to slow Geno down. The running back is kind of slowed down because he is kind of hurt. Mr. Walker is kind of hurt. He was performing like I thought he would. But ever since he got injured, he's like, you could tell he iffy out there. So he ain't 100%. And since he's not 100%, I'm gonna go with the Jets. I think they're gonna pull it off. And it's an afternoon game, so I think that helps him out flying all the way from New York to Seattle. So I think that the Jets gonna be able to pull this one out.
Well, you added
a close one. I said the Jets win this one 20-17. Darius.
Hold on. Let me see what the Crown Royal saying. The Crown says 12 men are better than 11. So I'm gonna go with the Seahawks I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know. The Jets is kind of like the Lions to me right now. They trending in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? I
As
don't
long as
think
Zach
Mike
Wilson ain't the
White.
quarterback.
Yes, but I also don't think Mike White is the ant. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I do feel like he's a better option for them right now than Zach Wilson because he has completely lost the team. He's probably lost the backing of this organization at this point. And it's probably time to start looking for a house somewhere else other than New York. Because, hey, them bright lights ain't for everybody, man, especially when you going to say a bunch of bullshit. So, hey, let's go Seahawks.
Right, because you're gonna blow yourself out the water.
I'm the only one on the Jets.
Yeah, just like last week.
On the Raiders.
Yeah,
We'll see,
you
man. We'll see.
That's last week too, bro.
Moving on. The next
Hey,
game.
Ground, cuz he got to make up the ground,
Hey,
cuz.
you need to make up some ground too.
hey,
The next
he's
game.
not willing to risk his life.
I've done that before, bro, and it just did not
Work out.
And they was all so. I'm like, these should all work, and every one of them was all one score games, less than 3, bro. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me that I lost all of these close games. Like, come on, man, what y'all doing?
They just like the Raiders, man. Just like the Raiders.
This is kind of interesting game. We have the Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers.
Mm.
John, I think you go first on this one, my man.
Yep.
My upset pick of the week.
Oh,
I'm for the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That pick of the week, cuz.
All right, upset pick of the week.
oh my God.
Blair, you gonna back him up on this? You gonna believe in Aaron Rodgers?
Issue. Y'all go ahead. I gotta do something real quick.
He got issues. He got issues.
I'll go. This nigga Sean got to be looking into my strategy book, bro. What the?
I thought the same thing, bro. I
on,
was thinking
man.
the same thing
Come
when he
on,
did it.
man.
I'm like, I don't know if this is prediction, but this is
I am also gonna go with the Green Bay Packers, bro. I don't know what it is, man. It's like, hey, bro, it's something. It's something. You know,
It's something brewing, huh?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers got him confident. I ain't saying they're gonna make the playoffs.
They done ripped off 3 in a row.
The belief done got them playing like they mean it. And it's just like Minnesota. I feel like they done solidified their playoff spot. They might take it off the reins a little bit. They won last week, but dude had to kick a record field goal for them to do it.
Yeah, them one score games might be catching up, bro. Like, I don't.
Well, I can't say it's caught up yet because they're currently 7-0. So
they're like 11 and something because they had them like all season, bro.
Oh yeah, they undefeated in these close games. Like
it's like 11, and it's like a record, the NFL.
Last year they was losing all these close games, so now it's like they just done righted the ship.
Like Minnesota hasn't swept Green Bay in like.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to believe that they're gonna sweep them this week.
Like years, like they haven't swept them in like over 10 years.
I'm with Sean, man. I'm riding with the old man AR-12, 27-17. Pack dog.
It is in Green Bay, and they playing that down. Blair,
I ain't gonna mean shit. It's cold in both places.
Yeah, but they play inside in Minnesota.
That's true.
I gotta go Green Bay, man. Like it's hard. It's hard for me to see Minnesota sweeping Green Bay, bro. Like it's just hard to see, and they haven't been playing terrible lately. They haven't been super fantastic, but they do have a rhythm going. You know, what they're supposed to be doing. They just trying to win every game, man, and hope somebody else lose theirs. All they can do at this point is play hard.
One of the main reasons why I picked Green Bay, not just because of Aaron Rodgers, but the other boys already in the playoffs. They good. They good. So some of them guys ain't gonna play as hard as they normally would. I still think Justin Jefferson would get at least 7-8 targets. But
220 from the record.
Yep, and he wants it. I heard him the other night wanting MVP acknowledgement. But I don't see that happening with a wide receiver. But
I think he'll get. I feel like if he break the record, he'll get it. He ain't gonna win it, but they might put him number 3.
Should even without breaking the record. But the thing is, it's like you got guys that throw up numbers all the time. Like even
I don't know if they would get it. If they had an extra game to break.
But hold on, are we going to do? Because we always say. When we rating quarterbacks, like, oh, his numbers are going to be skewed because now it's a passing league. Are we going to do that to Justin Jefferson and these receivers when they start putting up these crazy numbers?
I don't know because most of those dudes, even the ones that have like good seasons, they don't have like careers where they're breaking like receiving records, bro. Like they'll have a couple of good seasons. But they don't put together like 12 years of excellence. That's hard to do.
And
I don't care who you
contact. He did break Randy Moss's record in 1 fewer game.
Which makes that legit. Mm-hmm. That's a total game thing. That's not a games in a season thing. Mm-hmm. So that's like when they say, who just did something crazy, dude? Was it Joe? Not Joe Burrow. Somebody who's like halfway through as a quarterback or something, they was like, dude just broke somebody's record and he did it in like 100 less games or something like that. Like, was it somebody's touchdown record or something?
It would be Justin Herbert.
It might have been Justin Herbert, bro. Justin Herbert did something and they was like, he did it in less games than such and such. Like, when they weigh it against games like that, it doesn't matter. Because it's like, so. It doesn't. Your first 50 games is your first 50 games. Whether that was 3 seasons for you and 4 seasons for somebody else, like it's still 50 games. So the sample size number is the same. When you start talking about season records, you start getting into the weeds because of the amount of games that they played. But just like the dudes who got in, and people were like, yeah, they didn't play as many games, like Jim Brown when he was the records leader when he quit and he had only gained 9 years of football greatness. Like, yeah, I'm out of here, man. I'm done. And it was like, okay. And he left with all the records. But at the time, they was only playing like 13 games. Like, they weren't playing 16 games like they are now. And adding that new game will change the record. But I feel like when you're really good, when you're really good and you put that much into it, I feel like it takes a larger sample size than just breaking something in a single season. Like single season records come and go. Some last longer than others. But when you look at like, dude has more like the Justin Jefferson and whatever it is for Randy Moss. Is it touchdown or yards or something? Was it like more yards than he had or more touchdowns than he had in okay, he's talking. So whatever it is, it's based on a sample size of the same amount of games, not a regular season that's extended versus one that they shrunk or whatever. So like I feel like single season numbers, they might look at differently depending, but I feel like all-time great numbers are still hard.
Agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Green Bay, Minnesota. I'm gonna go Minnesota.
You're gonna go Minnesota?
Dude, he is going big or he going home today. He done now.
But Minnesota is not a bad pick,
it's
man.
Not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick. I do agree. I do kind of agree with what you guys were saying as far as like them wanting it more. But I think Minnesota wants that sweep, and I think that does mean something to them.
I think it means something to them too. So I feel like
it means something to them. So I think Minnesota's going to get
it. Are y'all considering Minnesota legit now?
No.
Legit as far as what?
Like championship.
I've heard analysts say that the Cowboys should want to play Minnesota rather than playing Tampa Bay if they make it.
Because everybody thinks Minnesota's gonna just roll over. So all I have on that one is if they don't put Kirk in a primetime slot, they got a chance, bro. I firmly believe that if Kirk Cousins plays the night game, it's over. Like, I don't know why Kirk Cousins is bad at night. The record shows that Kirk Cousins is bad at night. It's not like somebody just made this up. But like every time he gets a chance to prove that he's not bad at night, he just proves that he's bad at night. So like I feel like they're tested in the way like a team with close games. Like I feel like they should feel confident in every close game.
I feel like this is a team that teams should not want to play.
No.
Because if the game is close, like you said, the track record shows that
they don't give up. They just
the Vikings are probably going to win. So it's like blow them out or bust.
Especially this season.
Yeah.
It just looks like they're made for the close stuff.
And I think a lot of that has to do with they'll rather play Minnesota than the Bucs is because of the quarterbacks that they have. Even though Tom Brady is not playing the greatest right now,
they still don't want nobody.
He has championship pedigree, so they would rather play the dude that struggles in night games. You see what I'm saying?
Minnesota night game. Minnesota
I think that has a huge amount to do.
I don't know, because this year it's just like the Tom Brady thing isn't scaring anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but I'm thinking from enough history. Right. I'm thinking from an analyst perspective.
Everybody still gives them the benefit of the doubt when they shouldn't be paying.
Correct.
At this point.
Correct.
I feel
that, and that's what I feel like. I'm gonna just pick Minnesota just because I think they are the better team, but I feel that they are the better team, but. I mean, I just got to give respect where respect is due, man. They've been winning, so I'm gonna roll with them. I might be wrong because I feel what y'all saying, but we'll see. Moving on, the next game we have the LA Rams at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Tell y'all right now,
guys,
I'm rolling with the Chargers.
We don't need to do this. It's the Chargers.
Nobody's playoff Chargers. Justin Herbert has made it.
Yeah, they have made it the playoffs. That's what's up.
Now we get to see. And that defense was on fire last night.
I know my brother got something to say when we get somewhere, so I'm gonna let him say it. Not right now, because we talked about it during the Wilson name. I know you gonna think about it. It's the Rams and our team. Moving on. You're going to remember. Moving on. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens. Now, listen. Now, my man Darius wanted to run it back, Brianna. He wanted to run the bet back. Okay? You're not here to run it back. We going to put it in the text. He want to run the bet back. Okay? He wants his revenge.
Back. She already know they had a conversation about it.
No, but I don't remember her agreeing.
I don't remember.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think
she wants to run the bet back.
Spoke on it though. She did speak on it.
So we're gonna put that in the text, in the group text. But he wants to run it back. Now, with that being said, Blair, where are you gonna go with this? It is Pittsburgh coming off a dub at Baltimore, coming off a L.
This is
what you gonna do.
This is an absolute problem.
I tried to see. I was trying to see if Lamar was playing in this game.
They don't know yet.
I don't think he's playing for the rest of the year.
They said They said
if I was him, I would not play.
They expected him to be back for
Cincinnati game.
The week 17.
Yeah, I think he is too.
Oh yeah, because that's for playoff position at that point.
They expect him to be back this week for week 17, man.
Well, all of it here is,
but he hasn't done anything except for running a straight line so far. So they don't know, and it's Tuesday, so we really don't know which way this game is going. That's bad, bro.
Last time he played us, he lost.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a fair point. It's a fair point. It's a fair point. And this is going to be Sunday night at 8:20.
They won the last game because that's how he lost.
NBC in
so
Baltimore.
last time he played.
Oh, he played. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Last time he played, he overthrew Mark Andrews.
That was the backup Olympic.
Going to overtime. Yeah. But I also had Mitch Trubisky playing.
That's tough.
Yeah.
This is a weird one because like they could very well lose this game. I don't know. Which one? When is the last time the Steelers swept the Ravens, Darius, in the season?
Last year.
Oh, okay. And that was what a
Baltimore won the first game.
Yeah, he did.
That is with
he got hurt at the end. So yeah,
that is with noodle arm band, dog.
This is a tough game for me to call. Because without Lamar, I don't want to pick Baltimore, bro. Like,
tell me, man. Kenny Pickett they wouldn't have concussed my man,
then
bro.
Again, Baltimore does step up for the big games at night.
That is true.
I mean, they show up for the
good in prime time.
And in prime time. And it's in Baltimore.
Yeah, this game is in Baltimore.
Do you feel like the Baltimore Ravens are going to sweep the Pittsburgh Steelers this year? And that's the question you have to ask yourself.
Oh, yeah, they did sweep. They would sweep if they won. I don't know. That last game was weird, dude. So this one is...
Of course it was weird, and this one's going to be weird, too.
Yeah, they're all kind of funky.
I picked Pittsburgh last time.
I did, too. I actually did pick Pittsburgh.
Y'all wasn't expecting Kenny Pickett to leave with a concussion.
I was not.
No.
I was not.
After Mitch Trubisky came in, I didn't pick Pittsburgh no more.
Yeah. That is correct. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. All right, because he's currently scheduled to be out.
Go ahead, dog. I got you. I'm flying up there tomorrow.
I want to do Baltimore, but I'll do.
Oh, he about to make the mistake.
No, because I picked Pittsburgh last time because they was in Pittsburgh. That is correct. I'm going Baltimore because it just didn't work out for the kid. Hey, I picked Pittsburgh last time, son. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, man. I picked them last time. They lost. They let me down.
Who you got?
All 14, man.
Oh, with Baltimore.
Coin flip.
Ooh, Baltimore?
No reasons. It can go either way. I would love for Pittsburgh to have their spirits down so we can smoke them the week after, but I think Baltimore gonna win it. I really don't.
And I said Baltimore was coming off a loss. They coming off a win. They played Atlanta. I'm sorry about that. I misspoke.
Smoking.
Listen, man. It's a division game. It is going to be tough. It is going to be hard hitting, cold.
Nah, it's going to be warm this weekend.
Right?
Yeah, it's going to be like 50.
It's better for my boy Kenny Pickett, man.
It's not going to be warm in Baltimore.
Nah.
It'll be warm for Baltimore standards.
Right. That's not
at 8:20.
That ain't warm at all.
Like at 8:20, it's going to be a little chill.
54 degrees, he's calling.
I can't believe I don't know where to go on this one.
54 is warm. That's not warm, Cuddy.
Everything in me, I just had a vision of Baltimore winning. Baltimore.
Pittsburgh.
But I'm gonna go Pittsburgh, man.
Hey.
Bro, I dig it, cuz I want to pick Pittsburgh so bad.
I don't know which way to go, but I just don't. I mean, Baltimore has too many injuries, man. I just can't, man. Because I feel like it's gonna come out like Thursday, like Lamar's playing, and I'm gonna be pissed.
They already said they expected him to play, but I'm assuming we won't actually find out until Wednesday if he can't cut or anything. They got to make a determination to see who gets the reps for the rest of the week, bro.
And if that's what they doing, I don't trust it. I already know where you're going, bro. I already know where you're going. I already got you written down, man. You're going to Pittsburgh.
Look, man, I'm completely confident in the fact that if Kenny Pickett does not get hurt, I beat the Baltimore. Yes, bro. I beat. Mitch Trubisky had to throw 2 red zone picks for them to win by 2. To win by 2. So I am confident that I can beat the Baltimore Ravens. That being said, they are going to be motivated because they are trying to keep up with Cincinnati. So this game is going to mean a whole lot more to them than it is to me, even though technically and mathematically, I'm still in the hunt.
You are still
somehow, some way. Don't ask me how. Just know if Kenny Pickett would have started from week 1, I could have been in the 7th seed right now, probably at least. But yeah, hard-hitting game. Hell yeah, I'm running that shit back, Brian. Who the fuck you thought this was? You thought you was going to have me with some Raven shit on my head and this shit was just going to be over? Man, this shit be for life like blood and shit.
I'm releasing this tomorrow. I'm releasing this video tomorrow.
Not going for it.
Tomorrow at 2:00, this will be up.
Did she accept?
Pittsburgh, 20-12. All the scoring comes from Justin Tucker.
I feel it. Moving on to the game of the week. It is Monday Night Football, 8:30 ESPN. They say that this is the game of the week, and I agree. This is the Buffalo Bills at my Cincinnati Bengals, baby. Let's go. It's going to be a big-time matchup. They're playing for playoff seeding. I'm going to start it off with Sean because he had a point that he wanted to let others know about the difference in between us, which, I mean, did we try to tell him this at the beginning of the year? We tried to tell him this at the beginning of the year when he was talking about, well, Sean, go ahead and I'll let you go do your thing.
I'm gonna probably miss on some of the shit we talked about earlier. But I do want to say this. I'm saying they as in analysts and shit like that, and a few other people who might be on the panel today, always saying, man, what I do want to say is we are playoff contention. The Rams is going to be at home chilling. Mm-hmm. We're going to be in the show. They always saying these Super Bowl teams, we had the hardest schedule. We had the hardest schedule in the NFL. And we're in 11 games. So my boys is balling. We need a little bit of respect on our name. They try to say our offensive line was trash. And I said at the beginning of the year, we lost to the Steelers by like 3. We lost, I think, 3 games only by 3 points. These boys still don't get no respect. Joe Burrow get a little bit.
Hold up now, Sean.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hold up.
What he's saying. That's what he's saying.
The boys are back. Of course, I'm going with the Bengals.
Mm.
I think we're going to win 27-24. I think it's going to be more of a running game. I'm trying to think what else. Chris, you could probably finish up with me. You was talking about trying to remember everything. But yes, I do believe my boys do need some respect on their name. I do believe that it is going to come down to the AFC North Championship game will be in Cincinnati. Who going to decide that? And Brianna, I'm willing to bet, goddammit.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right now.
Wish you could finish, though.
I know you're going Cincinnati on for this game. But we definitely have talked about that the defending Super Bowl champions and the participants who lose normally come back the next year and they don't make the playoff and they suck. So with that being said, as I said before, we are the defending AFC champions. Defending AFC champions, damn it. Put some respect on our name. We are the Cincinnati Bengals. We have clinched a playoff berth. My man Darius said it was fluky. How fluky is it now, baby? We number 3 in all of the seating. We got a chance to be number 1. Number 1. That means over the Kansas City Chiefs because we got the tiebreaker because we beat that ass. We play Buffalo this Monday. It's going to change everything because we're going to beat them, and then we will finish the season with the number 1 overall ranking in the entire NFL. And I don't give a damn how you feel about it. We are going to beat the damn Buffalo Bills. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be one to watch until the third quarter when Joe B and the boys come in smoking, and we're going to beat these motherfuckers 35-24. How you like them apples, baby? Go ahead. Strike up the band because we're going back. We're going back to the playoffs, baby. Ain't nothing you can say about it. And then we coming for you, Brianna. We going to shut your ass up. I don't care if Lamar playing or not. We're going to come and we're going to, you know what they say. They got to play us. They got to play us. No matter what, you still got to play us with the injuries. Now, I will say this. Mr. Whitworth, please come back. I need you. I don't need Adeniji to be my right tackle. Please, pretty, please come out of retirement. Pretty, please. Your season is over. You don't have to do Thursday night football games anymore. Let me show you my eyeballs. Please, sir, please come back. We love you here in Cincinnati. Please, you guys can go ahead. I miss that man. I need him in my life. He needs to be back on the Bengals. He needs to finish his career the way he started it, the way it was always meant to be, a Cincinnati Bengal. Go ahead, Blair. Finish it off, man. You know,
no, Darius, y'all look the interchangeable rivals. Y'all knock yourself out. Darius had something to say.
Look here, man. First off,
apologies, damn it. Apologize.
Why would I apologize to a team that's never won shit? Anyway,
doesn't matter. You were wrong.
First off, before you got on your high horse, I was going to disagree with Sean because
thank you.
Most analysts, including myself, have Joe Burrow at 3rd in MVP voting this year, which
I was saying as a whole, the Bengals as a whole.
But hold on, I ain't finished. I got you. First, I got Joe Burrow 3rd in MVP voting, which he could have slid up if that second half against the Patriots didn't go so bad. Second, for about the past 3 weeks, they have been saying the Bengals is the most dangerous team in the AFC. Not necessarily the best, but the most dangerous because their offense is the most explosive, I believe. But guess what? If you don't win it all, it's just smoke and mirrors, baby. Smoke and fucking mirrors. Now, don't get me wrong. You don't want to play the Bengals right now just because the offense is so dynamic. Great quarterback, great 2 tandem running backfield, and of course, the receiving core is what it is. Pick your poison every week. Jamar Chase is a guarantee. It's just who else is trying to come with it. With that being said, I feel like if the Bills are going to do it, they got to do it this year. Like, you only get so many cracks at this shit, bro. You only get so many cracks at it. So if you gonna be number one, you got to prove you number one, and you got to take out the best teams in your path. The first one was Kansas City Chiefs. They took care of business. As bad as I want to pick the Bengals, I'm gonna go with the Bills. I'm gonna go with the Bills because I feel like, hey, if this is gonna be the year, this is gonna be the year.
Yeah.
If this is gonna be the game that you gotta go out there and win, bro. I don't care. Since about week 6 or 7, Josh Allen been kind of, you know what I'm saying? But they've been winning in spite of. This is the biggest test. Well, the second 1A and 1B between Kansas City and Cincinnati. This is going to be one of the biggest tests they got. So if you number one, hey, this is the time for you to show it. But if Cincinnati wins, it's like, bruh, everybody need to be scared of them because they at that point, it'll be both of the supposed top dogs in the AFC.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like, hey, no matter where they playing, Cincinnati going to be the favorite. And I give y'all props, man. Hey, y'all on top right now. Shit. I got Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon on my team for a reason, nigga. Shit. I ain't no hater. It's fuck y'all, but still. You know what I'm saying? Y'all good. Y'all good right now.
Blair?
I got my dub on y'all. I don't care.
It's a very...
It should be a good game, though. I expect this game to
be a damn good game.
I guess I'm going to go with Josh Allen.
If this is what I will say. If either of these teams get blown out, my confidence is shot on whatever team gets blown out if they get blown out. It's like if Cincinnati blow out the Bills, I'm over the Bills. But the Bills blow out Cincinnati, I'm over it, bro. Like, this is what good teams show up. These the games you gotta win right here. These the games you gotta win. So best of luck. Hey, I'm always rooting for the AFC North for sure. So we gonna see. But I think, hey, the Bills gotta prove they number one. This is how you do it right here.
Blair, where you gonna go with it, my man?
Oh, you didn't hear me? Okay, so I'm gonna just go the Bills because I feel like I should pick the Bengals because the Bengals are.
I want to pick y'all bad, but it's just like, bruh, if the Bills gonna do it, like I said, because I feel like, bro, Joe Burrow is here to stay, bruh. You talking about probably if he can stay healthy, good 15-year career. You know what I'm saying? So the Bengals will be back. The Bills, I'm not sure. I'm not as confident in the Bills. I don't know why, but
the way they're constructed, like you're just not confident in them overall.
Yeah, just like if for longevity, feel like the Bills' window's probably way shorter than the Bengals' window is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Feel like with Joe Burrow, he's gonna be the newer generation. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert. That's that. I don't know about Josh Allen, bro. Just like Lamar Jackson is probably third in that list for me. Just that's where I kind of feel like you, Blair. Even though I feel like the game might be moving towards quarterbacks who are more mobile, also feels like that shortens their shelf life.
Dude, if you get a quarterback that does not have to run and has great pocket presence, every team would take that over a running quarterback, bro.
And Josh Allen is hard-headed, bro. I feel like a lot of the times they be like,
Josh Allen is probably more akin to Ben Roethlisberger than any other style of quarterback.
Yes, for sure.
And now I will say this: his legs are going to play a big part in this game because I think the Bengals are going to do a pretty.
Ben got 18 years out of his run.
Ben could have still been playing right now if he took a couple left hits.
What'd you say, Sean?
I disagree. Josh Allen ain't gonna be able to get out the pocket with those edges, man. Our edge runners are super fast. He's not going to be able to get outside the pocket.
I don't even think it's him being fast. It's just him
No,
being
I think
so
Josh
big,
Allen
he's
ain't
gonna be
small.
selective when he runs.
Yeah.
I think that's what
He's
it is.
Josh Allen's not a small dude, bro. That's the issue.
like
Not that
250.
Josh Allen runs, it's that Josh Allen is the size of a lineman. And nobody wants to deal with that, bro. The dude is 6'5", 260 or something. Nobody want to hit that all day, man. And he's not a little dude. He's a solid built dude. Takes a lot to get Josh Allen down.
You're right.
Yeah.
Anything else up for you guys that y'all want to say before we get up out of here?
Dang, I was gonna ask y'all something. What team was we talking about?
Shout out to Ed Reed, man. Congratulations on getting that gig.
Oh yeah, the new head coach of Bethune.
Man.
Yes, that's big stuff. That's big stuff. Congratulations to Ed Reed.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. Go ahead. Hey, hopefully he's successful out there, man.
Continue to like, share, subscribe. We appreciate y'all for watching. Keep on getting them views up. Share us on TikTok, share us on Facebook, share us on whatever you got. Let people know that we out here and we doing our thing. All right. Continue to like, share, subscribe. Deuce.
Peace.
Peace.
Do you
Brian
think
is the greatest player of all